Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com.
Chosen ones, empaths. It's not talked about in the narcissistic community that much. But these narcissists that are involved in your life, you know, they have a void. They have a void from losing you, right? And they can't replace it. They can't fill this void. This is what happens to narcissists that are involved in your life after they lose you. Regardless if you were discarded, reverse discarded, or you cut them off because they become too toxic, these narcissists that are involved in your life, whether it was a friend, family member, romantic partner, colleague, or associate, they have a void that can't be replaced, right? This is what happens to them. They go out there, right? They go out there on their mission, right? To court and tame a new supply. This is what they do, right? Sorry. They go out there to try and find this new supply. They find a new supply, but the new supply doesn't live up to the potential that you used to do. They miss the mark. They don't satisfy the narcissist the same way you used to satisfy the narcissist, right? And it's not easy for them. They run into a lot of struggles. They run into a lot of internal conflict, internal collision, right? Knowing that they've either casted you aside like you were nothing, right? Burnt the bridge between you and them, or become so toxic in your life that you cut them off, right? And they've burnt this bridge between you and them, and they don't know really how to repair that bridge. They don't know how to get back across that bridge and repair it. So ultimately they have this void in their life. And you see, chosen ones and empaths, what you do through your experience, if you're feeling alone or you're feeling like you have a void, a lot of chosen ones and empaths discover their meaning and their purpose through this process. And they fill the void with their meaning and their purpose, and they discover wonderful things to do and bring into fruition into the world. But a narcissist that was involved in your life doesn't do that, right? Their purpose and their meaning is to have supply. So all they do is, they might discard this new supply, try and find another supply. They're on a lifelong journey trying to find someone who replaces your worth. And they fail at every turn. They fail at every turn. These narcissists try and replace you and try and replace you. And they can't replace you. As I always say, the reason this occurs is because they become accustomed to the way you used to do things. The narcissists involved in your life become accustomed to the way you used to do things, right? They got used to the way that you used to treat them. They got used to the way how your supply made them feel. And they thought with their stupid minds that they could find this anywhere and anywhere. Because that's what happens throughout the relationship when you're involved with this narcissist in your life. At the beginning, they knew that you weren't on their level, right? They knew you was on the next level. But they tricked you and made you believe that they were on the same level as you. And the longer that you spent in the parameters of the narcissist that was involved in your life, they began to get such an inflated sense of self through all of the devotion from you, all of the supply that you gave from you. They become to get such an inflated sense of self. They began to look down at you, right? And this is when they get delusional. They began to think they're better than you. They began to think they can do better than you, that they can find other individuals. And this is why discards come out of nowhere, reverse discards, or they become so toxic you cut them off. Either or, right? It results in the separation between yourselves, and then the struggle is on for them. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help people out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But then the struggle is on for them. It's not easy for the narcissist after losing you. Then they have that void that can't be replaced, that void that can't be filled. They try and they try and they try and they try and they fail, right? Because you were such a significant impact on the life of this individual, this narcissist that was involved in your life. You had a tremendous impact on the life of them, right? A tremendous impact. Some of you picked them up off the trash, right? Picked them up off the bottom, right? And helped build them up, helped raise them up, right? And they took it all for granted. They're very selfish. Narcissists that are involved in your life are very selfish. They take it all for granted. And they get such an inflated sense of self. Their ego, becomes so inflated that they honestly believe that they're better than you and they can find this anywhere. That's what they start to believe. And that's why, reverse discards happen. Their toxic nature becomes unbearable, so you cut them off. This is why this occurs, because they become even more selfish than they was initially at the beginning, you see. Remember that they operate with a mask. So when you first encountered this narcissist that was involved in your life, whether it's a friend, family member, romantic partner, colleague, or associate, they had the mask on, right? But that mask, they can't contain it. Being around your presence is hard for them to contain that mask. And that trying to stay composed with that mask on. It's hard for them to do that. So you will see chinks in the mask. You'll see the mask slip. You'll see the true nature of them come out and be exposed, right? And, this is what they'll do. They'll discard you, reverse discard you, or get cut off because they become too toxic. And they go back out there with their mask on, trying to court new supplies, trying to find a new primary target. And they just run into failure. Right? You're not easily replaced. That's the thing that's always misunderstood in the narcissistic community. It's like people in the narcissistic community think that they can just replace a chosen one, an empath, easily, right? And it's just not the case. Some self-proclaimed narcissists in the narcissistic community claim that supply is just supply. But the fact of the matter is, if you put two narcissists together and either one of them produces supply, they just want to extract supply. So they need a chosen one or empath for it to be functionable. Otherwise, it's not functionable. And that's why if you was a fly on the wall in some of these situations with their new suppliers who are toxic just as they are, just as toxic as they are, a narcissist just like they are, you'd be completely shocked, realizing how much they're both suffering because they don't have supply to obtain from each other, right? That is what makes the narcissist tick. That's the narcissist's purpose in life. That's their meaning to their existence. Obtaining supply from any which way, right? So just know it's not that easy for a narcissist after losing you. They have that void. They may fill that void with drink, drugs, fill that void with random people, risky behavior. They may try and fill that void with that, but it will never hit the mark like you used to provide for them. It will never hit that mark that you used to provide for this narcissist involved in your life. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.